Thank you, Mr. Fukura. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and speakers, good afternoon. I'm honored to open today's seminar on recent developments in EU and Japanese IP and privacy law, which is co-organized by the EU-Japan Center, our logo is up there, and together with Sonderhofen Einzel. I'm also very grateful towards the delegation of the European Union to Japan for offering us to host and support this event. Let me take a step back and introduce myself and our organization. I oversee the Japan office of the EU-Japan Center, which is a joint venture between the European Commission, DG GROW, also called the Directorate General for Internal Market, Industry, Entrepreneurship and SMEs, and METI, the Japanese Ministry for Economy, Trade and Industry. The Center's mission is to support all forms of business and innovation cooperation between Japan and the EU, as well as support the competitiveness of Japanese and EU business and R&D through cooperation. Our services are geared towards innovation clusters, small and medium enterprises in Japan and in the EU, which need support in order to find cooperation partner in business or R&D. I will not walk through a complete description of our services, but let me describe 4 services which are somewhat relevant and connected to the topic of today's seminar in the area of innovation and IP. First of all, for the last 20 years or so, we have run an industrial internship program called Vulcanus. You may have heard of Vulcanus, which offers Japanese technology companies the opportunity to host excellent European engineering students in Japan. Over the years, we have observed that the European students are active contributors of innovation and IP development during their internship in their host companies, which, by the way, is also an excellent measure of the success of this program. Secondly, since 2011, we've been involved in the promotion of industrial cooperation in satellite navigation and space industries between Japan and the EU, where the greater bulk of Japan-EU partnerships is precisely in R&D and innovation. In this context, we also expect to publish a roadmap for cooperation in the new space sector, which is expected to come out in April 2019, and will likely to have a strong focus on R&D and innovation. Third of all, we run the Japan Help Desk for the National Contact Point Network for Horizon 2020 since 2014. As you may know, Horizon 2020 is the EU fund for collaborative R&D and innovation. Our goal in this help desk is to encourage more technology and innovation cooperation between Japanese and EU R&D stakeholders. Fourth, since 2016, we've launched the Japan-EU Technology Transfer Help Desk, by the way, whose manager, Mr. Luca Escoffier, is the key person behind today's seminar. The initial work of this help desk is to help disseminate technology and IP offers generated by Japanese academia towards the EU market and vice versa, with the aim of fostering more technology partnerships. It's precisely in the context of these activities I just mentioned that I'd like to stress the importance of IP and privacy for SMEs and large companies which are working in Japan and the EU, selling products, services, or exchanging data across these geographies, as was mentioned earlier by Mr. Feeney. I therefore encourage all Japanese participants in this room to consider making the best use of our services, the ones I mentioned earlier, and will be more than happy to discuss informally and meet you during today's event or tonight at the reception. I look forward to a fruitful event and thank you for your attention.